Ganwar. I have been in the tree forever when I hear a bus screech to a stop. Far across the field I can just make out a tall figure climbing down the bus stairs. Ganwar leaps over the fence and strides across the field. He's heading toward the barn, but then he stops. He looks at Gull. He looks up into the branches of my tree and he laughs. "Please don't tell me you're trying to fly again," he says. "How did you find me here?" I ask in a loud whisper. "I woke up when you shut the door. I watched from the window when you got on the bus, and I took the next one." "Why?" I demanded. Ganwar shrugs. "Don't know exactly. It was worth it just to see you stuck up there." Using his good hand in one graceful move, he climbs up to join me. "I don't want company," I say. He ignores me. "So you're running away?" "I'm trying." "Where to?" "Maybe I am going home to find Mama." Ganwar nods. "You think that's what she would want?" "It's what a man would do," I say. Ganwar rubs his chin. What if she's already on her way here?" I rub my eyes. Suddenly I feel tired. If I lie back on this branch, I feel I could fall asleep for a week. I'm not used to making so many decisions. I'm not used to so many changes. In my old world, I was just Keck, the silly boy. I was Laul's little brother, Ganwar's troublesome cousin, my parents' mischievous child. That was all, and that was enough. I sigh. "There are too many hard things," I say softly. I can barely hear my own words. "It isn't fair. I just I want everything I lost." Ganwar rubs the place where his hand should be. I look away. I don't want to think about what he has lost. "Maybe I'll come with you," Ganwar says. "No," I say firmly. "You stay." "But it will never be right for me here, Keck. I have this." He holds up his stump of an arm. "And I have the Gar. It's worse for me. I'll never fit in. If you're giving up, why shouldn't I?" I don't answer him, but when I look at Ganwar's arm, I think of how he leapt into the tree like it was his only home, and how he does all the work I do with just one good hand to help him. I remember something my mama used to say on dark days. "If you can talk, you can sing. If you can walk, you can dance." "Ganwar," I whisper, "what if she never comes? What if it's only me? I can't do it all by myself." Ganwar sends me a sad smile. "My cousin," he says, "you already are. Talk." I hear the crunch of someone walking. Lou comes out of the barn. "Gull," she calls, "what are you up to, old girl?" Slowly Lou makes her way over. She follows Gull's gaze up into the tree. My," she says. "This may be the first time in history a cow has treed two boys." We climb down slowly. When I get to the bottom, Gull nudges me again. She wants her ear scratched to continue. I force myself to meet Lou's eyes. Moonlight glints on her silver hair like ice on snow. "I'm sorry," I say, "for being angry with you. It isn't your fault about the farm." Lou smiles. "Come on, you two. I could use a hand." We head toward the barn. Gull follows. Kind yellow light spills from the house. Lou and Ganwar and I stand there in the silent barn, stroking Gull and waiting. After a while I help Lou toss some fresh hay into Gull's stall. "How'd you end up in my tree this evening?" Lou finally asks. I don't want to say the truth, but when Lou looks right at you, you cannot make up stories. "I'm running away," I say. "I see." Lou thinks about this for a moment. "Want a cookie before you go?" I think too. A cookie would not be such a bad thing. "Chocolate?" I ask. "Yep." I follow Lou and Ganwar into the house. It might be a long time before I see chocolate again. Changes. I take a handful of cookies to show my gratitude. Lou sits across from us at the kitchen table. The light spreads gentle shadows. So you're running away, Lou says. That's a mighty big job. I watch while Lou gets glasses of milk. On top of the cold box there is a picture in a frame. I see a pretty woman smiling. A man has his arm around her. He is tall and proud. Behind the woman is a small tree. Lou follows my gaze. That's me, she says, a very long time ago. And my husband, Robert. And that tree is the one you two climbed just now. I stare at the picture, then back at Lou. If I try very hard and think once upon a time, I think maybe I can find that young woman in her face. I imagine a time when the barn didn't sag, and the cattle were many and strong, and hope grew fast as flowers in good earth. I imagine Lou saying goodbye soon to this place that has been her home for so long, to live in a world with no snow and no cows. Lou pulls down another picture. This is my sister, the one in LA, she says. She has a little yard. I suppose I could plant some vegetables there. You can grow things year round. She stares at the picture. Imagine that. I spot a tiny seed of something fine sprouting in Lou's eyes. My heart is glad to see it. I remember my aunt's words. Keck finds the sun when the sky is dark. That was easy to do when I was a child, in my life before. It's not so easy when the clouds are low and black. I wonder if finding the sun is one way to be a man. I drink my milk. The clock ticks. Ganwar and Lou are watching me. I know it would be better to wait for Mama here, I say at last. Lou and Ganwar nod. They don't say anything. I guess I could come back to work until you have to leave, I add. That would be great, Lou says. I know Gal would like that. She could use more attention, Ganwar says. That cow does love a good ear scratch, Lou agrees. She's good for petting, I say. And leaning on, Ganwar adds. She's a very unusual cow, Lou says. Another idea comes into my head, like a new friend knocking at the door. Sometimes I very much like my brain, I say. What do you mean? Ganwar asks. I smile. I think maybe I just found some sun for Gal.